the frame and starting. Hey guys, I'm Georgia and this is my client for today, Holly, my little sister. So today I'm going to be your raft guide for the New Zealand Lockdown Rafting Company, and we're going to be having lots of fun on the Arnold River today, which is a really fun grade 2 river with some waves and rocks we can have a play on. Before we get to that, we're going to go through a quick safety briefing and we will do a paddle talk on the river and teach you how to paddle and paddle commands. The other guides will be over to introduce themselves shortly. They're just getting the other equipment ready. Alright, so firstly we're going to start off how to sit in the raft securely and effectively. So you'll see on the side of the raft there's a nice grey strip here. We want you to be sitting on there. We don't want you to be sitting in the middle of the raft because you'll find that it's actually very hard to effectively and strongly reach the water and paddle. So you sit on the side. This is the right side of the raft, so I will wedge my right foot into the thwart in front of me and the thwart behind me and sit on the side. And you'll find that in this position you're quite secure if we encounter lots of waves. If the water gets rough, you can lean out of the raft and stay in and really strongly paddle from this position. Alright? Cool. Number 2, we're going to talk about how to hold our paddle. So this thing here is one of the most common causes of injury inside a raft. This is the T-bar of the paddle and is the reason that the tooth fairy is so rich. So when you are in the raft, we want you to be with your hand over in this kind of grip over the T-bar at all times. We don't want you to be holding the paddle like this. We want it secure on, so if it gets rough, hold on. None of this swinging it round. You could hurt yourself or you could hurt someone else in the raft, and that's not much fun. So always holding on like this, no matter what. Awesome. Now, it is unlikely but could happen today that you fall out of the raft. Don't worry, that's lots of fun. So first thing, stay calm, don't panic. It's very likely that you're gonna topple out right beside your raft. So be alert and looking around, and the first thing I want you to do is grab the outside line and stay with the raft. So once you've done that, we're going to try to get you back into the raft as soon as possible. To do this, to get yourself back into the raft, feeling good? You need to be holding the side. Actually, I'll come around here. Like this. Push up, keep your legs straight, and push yourself into the raft. You'll find that this is quite challenging when you're in the water and tired, and quite hard because your bulky life jacket will get caught on the side of the raft. So it really helps if you're in the raft and you see one of your raft mates in the water struggling to get in. It's always easier if we just give them an extra helping hand. So if you're getting helped into the raft, holding on to the outside line soon and ready to push yourself. If you're the rescuer, don't grab on to the person you're helping by their arm, by their head, under their armpits. This is not an effective and easy way to get them back into the raft, and it can also cause injuries and shoulder injuries, and they won't have their arms free to help push themselves into the raft. So also, you only really need one person to get someone into the raft, one person per person. So to get ready, your legs are going to be your friend today, helping someone into the raft, the strong part of your body, and wedge them into the side and be standing up, ready to use them. I want you to be grabbing onto the lapels of the life jacket, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. It helps if they're a little bit heavier to push them into the water and then pull them up into the raft. Woo! Thank you. You all right there?
No.
Yeah? Awesome. So when you're getting pulled in, remember to also push yourself in to help. Awesome. Now you might find yourself landing or being slightly separated from the raft. And if you can, it's always good to straight away actively try and swim back if you can, if it's not too rough, and get to the raft and grab the side. Sometimes if you're having a bit of trouble, people on the raft can help you out. So, if you're on the raft and see someone out over here needing some help, you can offer them your paddle to pull them back in. Here, grab this and pull them back in. If someone's pulling you back in once they've got you to the side of the raft, grab onto the side as soon as possible so they can put the paddle away and help you in. Now, if you're helping someone with your paddle, always offer them your T-grip and never this side of your paddle. If you do this, it's very challenging to hold on to and just isn't going to work. So always the T-grip. Awesome. If you're even further away from the raft and we can't reach you and you can't swim back or are having some trouble, don't worry, we can try and pull you back in with a rope. So, all of us guides have these handy things called throwbacks, which is a floating rope that we can throw to you and reel you in. So, we're going to call your name, Holly, rope, and you're going to make yourself as much of a target as you possibly can, and we're going to throw you the rope. Now it's really important that you really try and get hold of the rope because it's a lot easier if you get it the first time round. So, I'm going to throw you the rope, I'm going to grab it, grab the bag. Now it's important that you don't grab the bag because this will happen. I'll start pulling and you won't be coming in, rope will just be feeding out. So always grab the rope so then I can pull you in. Second thing is, don't face me when I'm pulling you in because you're going to get lots of water in your face and it's going to suck. So if you turn around, put the rope over your shoulder and I can easily and comfortably pull you in. Second thing is, thank you very much, please don't wrap the rope around your hand as you lose all control and it's really hard to let go if the tension comes on and you're told by your guide or you feel like you need to let go, you might not be able to. Sweet? Now. Next thing, you might find yourself in a position where you're very far away from the raft and we can't get you back in immediately. So, if you're in deep water, first you need to look at your guide and your raft, look for instructions. They may instruct you to swim back to the raft. We will always point in the direction we want you to swim, whether it be to the raft, to another raft, one of the other guys' rafts, or to the side of the bank. Today we probably won't be directing you to the side of the bank as the Arnold has a lot of strainers on the side and we want to avoid them. Strainers are trees in the river and water can pass through them, but it's very hard for a human to. So you can get pushed on and caught. A very dangerous situation to be. So, if you find yourself in rough and shallow water, it's really important to then get into the whitewater float position. So, you will do this, legs up, head up so you can see where you're going, and facing the direction the river is flowing. You can use your hands like this to scull in each direction you need to, and you can use your feet in front of you to push off any objects you're coming into, such as a rock. You want to keep your feet up as high as possible because in shallow and rough water, if you let them hang down, they can smack on rocks and it's really painful and you can break your leg and hurt yourself. It is also really, really important that you keep your legs up at all times and that you never stand up in shallow or rough water or never stand up at all in the river. This is because it is very likely that you could then get yourself caught in a rock, your feet caught in the rock, and then the river is going to flow onto you, push you down and hold you down. This is very, very dangerous, and it's called a foot entrapment and can likely result in you drowning, and it's very hard to get you out of. So please keep your feet up at all times, and as much as possible looking at your guide for directions. If you find yourself in deep water, then if you can turn onto your stomach and swim the direction your guide is pointing to. Awesome. Now, the last big thing we're going to cover today is what happens if the raft flips. Again, don't worry, usually this is very fun, and stay calm. We'll probably be back in the raft very quickly and zooming down the river. So, an important thing to note is in the raft, when it flips, these pockets between the thwarts act as air pockets. So if you find yourself in the dark, you're under the raft usually, and it is actually possible for you to breathe under here. So when the raft flips, if you fall out, it's very likely that you're going to land beside the raft. So number one is to stay with the raft at all times and grab onto the side rope. If you're a little bit further away, again, please try to swim to the raft as quickly as possible if you can. So if you're under the raft, under here, take a second to be calm, grab a breath, and then we want you to get underneath and back out to the surface as quickly as possible so us guides know where you are, because we'll get pretty worried if we can't see you. So you'll take a breath, come to the side, push yourself back up and grab the side, and then be ready and listening for your instructions from the guide. What we're usually going to be doing is by that time you've all resurfaced, we'll be on top of the raft and we will be looking to see where everyone is and ready to give you instructions. It's very likely once we've got everyone, we know you're all here, we're going to ask you to come to either side of the raft. We're going to flip the raft back up and then help you all back in, and we'll get back to having lots of fun. Awesome. Now, we're almost ready to go rafting, and to finish this off, I would like to see if anyone's got any medical conditions. It's really helpful if we know about anything, whether it be a sore back, a sore knee, diabetes, asthma, just so we can help make your trip more comfortable and that we don't have any surprises on the river. So have you got any medical conditions?
This knee's pretty sore.
Alright.
My lower back is quite sore.
Yeah.
I have asthma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Have you got your inhaler with you?
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to seat you somewhere comfortably in the raft, and you guys will take care of that. And please let us know if you're feeling short of breath. Again, another thing is, any questions?
No. Feeling pretty
feeling
happy.
good?
Pretty
Awesome.
excited.
Pretty excited?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go rafting. Woo!